you would have looked up for the meaning of Power BI. Any trial? So mute yourself and
Power BI, also known as business intelligence, is can you hear me, please?
yes, I can. Go ahead.
It's a business analyst that delivers insights for analyzing data.
Okay. So who is speaking? This is Ife.
Yes.
That's good. Powerful. Any other person? Any other person, please? You could just mute your mic and speak. So Yinka, some people are at the lobby waiting to be admitted. Okay, let's quickly start.
I'm checking. People,
okay.
Let's contribute. So it's not as if people live on Gloria to be talking. We are plenty in this class, almost 30 people.
I'll be calling names. If you don't talk, I'll call your names at least, so that you know that this is one big family. We're just here together. So who else is going? Who else is giving it a trial?
Sorry, I'm mute because I have not had time to go through a bit about Power BI. That's why I'm mute.
Okay. Sorry, what's your name? Who spoke just now? I couldn't get that.
Lucky Babuji.
Okay, Lucky Babuji. Okay.
Yes.
Hadiza, can we hear your voice? Is Hadiza here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So, Power BI is a collection of software, services, apps, and connectors that work together to
It was insights. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you see my slide? Please just confirm that I'm sharing the.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Now, first of all, look at what's Power BI. Just like we have defined, we have this idea that Power BI is a collection of softwares, software service, app, and connectors that work together to turn unrelated sources of data into coherent, visually immersive and interactive insights. What it simply means that is you connect your data. Data is actually everywhere, but what is lacking is the insights. When able to get insights, everybody keeps record one way or the other. Organizations, businesses, they keep record, but translating those records into insight is what is lacking. And Microsoft Power BI is a business intelligence tool that helps us to connect with those data and give us insights. That's what it's all about, just to get insights from the data that we have. So as long as your data set has been, you have transformed into an electronical way, that you have moved your data set from record keeping, just using pen and paper, you have put them maybe on your phone, on your laptop, and all that. So Power BI can connect with that. So that's what we're talking about today. How do we connect with those data and discover insights? And how do we do that? We're able to visualize that and get insight from those data that we have. Is that clear, please?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Okay. If that is clear, so we move to definition of terms. In the class, there are some terms that we'll be using interchangeably, and it is important that we know the meaning of those terms. One of them is a data source. Now, your data source is the digital location where your data is residing, where you have saved it. Have you saved it in Excel? Have you saved it in, who can give me another format that we can save our data? We've talked about Excel. What other? You can save your PDF, you know.
SharePoint.
You can see all those things, beautiful. So as long as you have done that, so that is a data source. That is a data source. That it simply means that Power BI is connecting with that source. We'll connect with that source when it's time for us to get that data. Then secondly is a data set. A data set is a collection of data that you import into Power BI or that you connect to. A data set, so it's a collection of data that you connect with in Power BI. We'll also be using the term visualization or visuals, which simply means insights that you have discovered from the data that you have saved. The data that you have, by the time we have cleaned the data, by the time we bring the data into Power BI, you know, we use visuals to bring insights, hidden insights into those data. So we'll be using these terminologies as we go ahead. Sometimes you will hear us talk about dashboard. So a dashboard is a single page report, you know, it's also known as a Canva. It just tells us a story. When we get the Power BI is a tool you can also use to tell a story about the organization so that they'll see from the starting point where they are at this moment, where they should be in the next 3 years or in the next 5 years or in the next 6 months. You know, you could make speculations because you already have your data with you. We quickly look at for this aspect of the class, you know, for this beginners aspects, we'll look at this, what Power BI is offering, the 3 aspects. One, we have the Power BI desktop, which we've asked everybody to download. I hope everybody have that on their local computer. Everybody have downloaded desktop. We could see that on the WhatsApp page, a lot of people had challenges downloading that.
No,
But I hope most of us have. You said?
Yeah, I downloaded, but the installation had issue.
But the what?
Had issue with the installation. It's asking for .NET framework.
It's asking for what? Sorry, I didn't get that.
.NET framework.
.NET framework. Please.
Yes. Yes, when I was installing it, it asked me to install Microsoft.NET framework.
Yeah, Lucky, I replied you on the chat. That's because you're supposed to now download the .NET framework first. If you just Google download .NET framework, then you see it. You download that first so that your Power BI will be able to work.
All right.
Just call me later if you're still having issues with that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, if you have issues, please let us know and see how we'll be able to resolve that. So we have the Power BI desktop. We also have the Power BI service, and we have the Power BI mobile. The desktop is the one we actually ask everyone to download. The service is, you know, the enterprise version. Now, Power BI consists of these several elements that we have talked about: the desktop, the service, and the mobile. They all work together. No, a window desktop, what you download is the Power BI desktop. And from there, you can move to the Power BI service. That's to maybe share your reports with your colleagues that you're working with. And also Power BI is, you know, mobile is there for Windows, iOS, and for Android devices. Am I too fast, please?
No, ma.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, please.
No, you're
Okay,
not.
should I? Okay.
Yeah, fast.
Ready. I'm fast. We are coming and try and be a little bit. Okay. So we talked about the 3 aspects, the 3 elements or the 3 offerings of Power BI. We talked about the Power BI desktop. That's the one we have asked all of us to go get into in our local computer. We also have what is called the Power BI service. And we also have Power BI mobile, simply the one you can download on your Android devices, your iOS, and your mobile devices. So Power BI can do that. Or we have that in Power BI. The next thing we're going to look at, these three elements, the desktop, the service, the mobile app, they are all designed to let you create and share your report and bring out insights in a way that serves you and your role most effectively. That's just what the three of them are. So if you have your Power BI desktop, you can also move from your desktop to your service and to share with your colleagues, to share your reports, and also bring out insights from those reports. The basic thing we're trying to get out of every data is somebody's has a noisy background. The basic thing we're trying to bring out from these three elements is to create, to share, and to consume and get insights from our data. Now, Power BI Desktop is the one we have downloaded. So I like going to the Microsoft store to do that. It's actually free to get the Power BI Desktop, except if you go to the store and when there's an update, your Power BI Desktop will automatically update itself. Do we have any question up to this moment?
No, ma.
Okay. Any question, you could put up your hand, you could, so that we would treat it. Now we're going to look at the Power BI process. Having downloaded your Power BI service, now there's a process. The first process is you have to connect with your data source. Remember, we talked about your data source, the location where that data is sitting on your computer, or the location of that data set. Is it on the web? Is it on the SharePoint? Is it on is it an SQL on an SQL server and all that? So the first process is you have to make a connection with that data. That is what it simply means is you have to bring that data into your Power BI that you have downloaded on your Power BI desktop that you have downloaded on your computer. Now, when we bring that data in.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Olufumi Lola Fumilayo, she has her hands up. You have a question?
I just wanted to ask if this will be uploaded later. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can. Go ahead.
Yes,
I wanted to ask them, will this be uploaded on the YouTube channel later? Because as far as you go, we can jot down some things which we would like to jot down. I wanted to know if it will be uploaded on the YouTube channel later.
It will.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Now, we said the first process is for you to connect with your data. It is very important. Without that connection, there's nothing the Power BI engine can work with. So we have to, first of all, make a connection with your data. When you make a connection, I'll just run through this, but we'll also do a little bit of the practical aspects in the class. When you connect with that data source, the second thing that comes to your mind is you have to clean up the data. Most times the data sets that we have come with a lot of inconsistencies. There are things there are duplicates, there are some dirty data, there are things that you don't need, to do your work. So you have to actually look at the data sets and look at them, take a look at the table and the rows and find out, is this really what I want? So that you only bring in what you want into, you only make a connection with what you want and discard the other aspects. Now, when you have done that, it means you are going to import that data. After you have imported the data, you will report, you make a report with you, and that report is, you have your visuals. So you have gotten insights from that data. That's what the report aspect is all about. Now, that report aspect now is what you create appropriate visuals. So we don't just pick any visual to use for a report. We look at a visual that will tell the story better, a visual that will be captivating, a visual that I will not struggle to make the management look at where we are lacking behind or where we need to take a decision. Then when you have done that, peradventure you have colleagues and you want to share your report with, so you go out to the Power BI service that we talk about and you publish your report so that your colleagues or other people can consume that report. They'll look at it, or you have your boss, you can publish it and he will look at that report. Once you have published, they can get it via mobile or through the web. Then that's what it is. So that is the process. The first process is to connect with the data, clean up the data sets, import, report, publish, and share. So it's very, very important. It's just like you go to the market to get things, you have to clean, put them in the right place where they need to be. Then we quickly move to look at, we'll talk about get data. When you have, when you open your...
Gloria.
Okay.
Gloria, can you hear me? One minute. Moji has her hands up. Yeah, okay. But do you have a question? Or you could also drop your question on the chat.
Okay, I don't have a question.
Question. Go on.
Okay, I don't have a question, but I think it will be better if it's in a slideshow.
What you're talking about, the
your PowerPoint presentation. I think it will be better to make it slideshow, because it's just showing all what you are about to present. I just wanted to note that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gloria. The last icon at the bottom. Yeah.
I'm on my Power BI. What are you saying?
Gloria, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Frank.
The last on your, yes, on your PowerPoint, just click on the last button at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, on the right. Are you there?
What's it here? Trying to see
no,
the button.
You should put the presentation in full screen mode. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, full screen. Yes. So is the last button on the right at the bottom of your screen, your PowerPoint screen. Just click on that last button. That looks like a telly.
I have this covering.
So you can have it on a presentation.
Sorry, this is covering.
You want a full screen.
You can use F5 on my keyboard.
The Power BI is on.
Has it changed on your end?
You can press F5 on your keyboard.
No. Okay.
Laura, can you just
click on slideshow? Click.
I'm having a little bit of delay over here.
Slideshow.
Okay, I think it's coming up.
Can you click on slideshow on your menu?
Severally.
I think it's coming up now. Just.
Oh.
Okay.
Is this okay? Yeah.
Yeah, it's full screen now.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, so my computer was acting up. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to make a connection with our data. I actually wanted to go out here and just get, when you go to your Power BI, this is my Power BI. Can we see this? Please just confirm, because I've navigated to the Power BI.
Yeah, we can see your Power BI.
Okay, so when you come to your Power BI, if you open it, the first thing you see is, we usually see this. Let me just do new. Just a sec. There is a yellow interface that shows up on your system when you click on your Power BI to get data on the file. I want to show us how we could get data for Power BI. There are two ways. This system should behave. We can get data from here. Are we all seeing? Just, I'm hovering around here. So you see get data. So if you drop this icon, you the other one is coming up. So sorry. Okay, let me come back here. While my Power BI is coming up. Now, this is the interface I wanted us to see. How many of us got to this point? Still not. Now you see this yellow interface. You can get data from here. You see get data. It's still the same thing. So you can get data from here, or you can also get data from the back here. So if I click this, get data, it will still take me to this place. Now, Microsoft Power BI had categorized our data into 6, into file, database, Power Platform, Azure Online Service, and others. Now, when you click on your file, first thing you need to know is where is my data source from? So is it an Excel? Is it a text CSV file? If you make a mistake, you will not be able to connect with that data. So we have an Excel here. We have text CSV. We have the JSON file. We have PDF and others. You know, we're going to make connection with this. We're going to do about 3 connections today for us to see. And I know we have downloaded. There's a file on our channel. I guess most of us must have downloaded it. So if it's a database simply means a structured file. So you can see a SQL service database, access database. You just scroll down and find out which of them. Whatever name you are given, don't be scared. Just Power BI can make a connection with that data set. It could be a Power Platform. Power BI can connect to other Power BI data sets, you know, data flow, data vast, and the rest. We have Azure the same way here, you know, so you just check if they save it in Azure SQL, whatever it has been saved with. If it's a Cosmo DB, you just come and do the needful. There are online services, you know, your Google Analytics, your Dynamics 365, your DevOps and all that. Just know where that data source is. Is it on the web? So you could also come here on the web, on SharePoint, like you first said, you know, is it an OLDB, or an OLEDB, you know, whatever it is, you can make a connection with it. So we'll try and get our hands a little bit dirty. So the first file we have on our channel, how many of us have seen that file? And how many people have downloaded it? Please kindly signify if you have.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I've downloaded. Yes.
Okay. So, who spoke? Is that you?
No, this is Veronica.
Okay, Veronica, you have downloaded it. So you already have Power BI sitting on your computer. So let's go together. Can you click on get data on your, and if any other person have?
Okay, well, 1 minute, Gloria. Zainab and Eno, you have questions? Zainab?
No, when she said signify if you have seen the file, that was why I raised my hand.
I was just signifying that
Instead
I've
of
seen
speaking.
the file.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
that's good. So
okay,
that
okay.
save time.
Okay, could you put your hands down now? Thank you. Victoria.
So if you have,
okay.
If you have downloaded the file and can you open your Power BI on your system? Let's quickly make a connection with that data. Let's establish the fact that we're able to do that. The first thing, everybody here must be able to connect with your data source. Okay, our data source is a flat file, so it's an Excel. So we'll come here and we'll say File, and we'll go to Excel, and you click Excel. And you come down to this button and you say Connect. So what you have saved it, if you change the name, the file is known as Textilers Cohort 3. So you can actually save it the way you want to remember it. So once you get it, you just click Open. So Power BI is making a connection with that data set. So we just give it a few minutes, and that data set will be sitting on the Power BI engine here.
Sorry, can you go through that again when you are done? I didn't see where you clicked to connect.
Okay, I'm going to cancel this. Just click on Get Data. Let me turn off this. This way. You can get this way, or if you click more, we were here before. This was where we are. Can you see this, please?
Yes.
So we're on File. You move to File. Then you hit the Excel button. Have you done that? I'm actually just waiting a bit for you.
Sorry, Ma.
Okay.
Sorry, can you just take that step again?
Are you at this place? Have you clicked Get Data?
Yes.
Are you here?
Yes, ma'am. But the drop down I have is a bit different from the drop down you have.
Okay, I know where you are. Okay, so this is what you did.
Yes,
this is what you have.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. This is just like maybe a faster way, but assuming what you're looking for is not here. That was why I clicked more. So I can as well click from this way, this place, Excel. It will still bring me there.
Okay.
So just get the. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody with any challenge? Anybody with any challenge, so that we'll be able to resolve it. Everybody should be able to make a connection with your data set.
I'm just trying to download it. It's not going.
Yours is not going. Okay, that's
Are you using Glow?
Okay, once we are here, so that we'll be able to save time, please. Has anybody? Is anybody on this navigation pane?
Yes, please.
Gloria, the data set.
Yes, please.
The data set.
Yeah, I can hear you.
The data set, can you, because some people say they don't have it. Does everybody have the data set?
It's on the channel, please.
It's on the channel.
If you go to the channel, you go to Files. Under Files, you will see Textilers Cohort 3. I think that's the name of the file, Textilers Cohort 3. Abi Gloria?
Yes, that's what it is.
You don't have to leave the meeting. If you just
anybody can help us drop it here so that they could pick it up.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do that.
The chat is not on. Yeah.
Okay, once you're here, Please take note of this navigation pin where we are. Once you're here, you are going to have, you're going to be seeing your tables. What it simply means is just a preview, of what you intend to bring in. So it gives you an insight of what data you're looking for. Most times you'll be given a data set that that has maybe so many tables, and you'll be told to pick just one. So I can have sales, location, countries, and all that. And the connection I want to make is maybe it's just with the sales team. I'll just pick the sales. It does not make sense you picking everything that you have been given. So ensure this gives you a preview of what you intend to bring in. So if you check this button on this list, so you see a preview of what you're bringing in. So you actually take a look at it. Is this really what I want to bring in? If that's what you want, you go to the next step. So we're going to look at table 1. Let's look at sales. So this is what we have. Take a look at it. Okay, so remember when we're...
Isn't there you have a question? Sorry, isn't there has a question? Isn't there
Yes,
what you have your hands up? Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to know how she got to this point, because I clicked on the textiles file, that's the Excel, but I'm not seeing this navigator, table 1 and sales. So I'm just wondering how she got.
Once you have made a connection with it, please ensure, what did you click? Did you click Excel or did you click CX?
And I clicked connect.
You clicked what? Excel.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
So what are you seeing? You tell us what you're seeing so that we'll know.
I'm just going to take it one more time. If it's this is Excel. I said we can pick from here. We can also go through this.
Lola has a question, so maybe we should take the 2 questions. Lola, what's your question?
Okay, thank you. Mine is not a question, it's a suggestion. I think Gloria should take the entire class, and people will see what she's doing and ask people to do it on their own. Otherwise, she'll just be going back and forth. I mean, that's from experience. So what do you think?
Okay, I just wanted to ensure that at least a few people can. But okay, we'll just go on. So once you come and you click file, ensure that the file you're trying to bring in is the same, is saved the same way. So the file we're trying to bring it is an Excel file. So we'll come here and click Excel and you make a connection with it. And it's as simple as that. So, and when you bring it in, you'll be seeing this navigation pane, which just gives you a preview of what you intend to bring in. It just gives you, take a look at it. I said most times we'll be given a file or a data source that has so many files inside of them, and you're expected, maybe your own job is just to work with the sales. Another person is going to work with the country and all that. So it does not make sense you pick getting sales and country. So pick exactly what you've been given and work with it. Now, the navigation pane, like I said, is a preview. So you just take a look at it. If it's what's on, so I could see, so I would just pick the sales. And if that's what you want, the ideal thing to do in Power BI, once you are given a data, you don't just load your data. The ideal thing to do is to transform. That's the best practice. It's what transform data here. I hope we can see this. Simply means I'm going to look at this data and take only what I need to work with. So if you click transform, once you click transform, it takes us to another interface that is known as Power Query Editor. It means you have made a connection with your data and you are looking at your data set now. Now we're going to take a look at our data set and see what we have. We have order ID, dates, the unit codes, the price, quantity. We have channel. So we have promotion name, promotion type, the name, the manufacturer. You just take a look at your data sets. Okay, this is what I want. Is there anything I don't want? Look at column 19 here. Are we all seeing this column? So I have null all here. So we talked about that our data.
Hello, I'm so sorry for taking you back. So my transform is grayed out. I'm thinking there's something you must have clicked that you were able to click on the transform. Maybe I missed it.
I think you should repeat it. It's not supposed to be so. It should give you
Mine
options.
too is grayed out.
You need to click
Okay,
on
1 minute.
sales. You need to click on
Did you
sales.
click on the box? Did you
Yes.
click on the box?
Oh,
to the
okay,
left?
okay, yes.
You need to
I
click
get
on the box on the left, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Sorry,
what
which
you
box
could
is
do,
that?
excuse me, the box to the left side of that, if it sells, yeah, there's a box.
If it sells, it's sales that we're bringing in.
You need to select, yeah, so you need to select that box before you can click on transform. Yeah, if you don't click on the box, it will be grayed out. Okay, can we do this? It's best you follow the class, then you can watch the video later and try your hands on it. That's the best thing to do. Yeah, just try on and follow as she goes. Yeah, then you can watch and have your hands on practice. Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, so remember with the question that was just asked, you must check in, you must bring in what you want. So you must check in that box to bring in the exact file that you want. So we're talking about our data come with, most times data come with things that we don't need. Look at this column 19. So it's what we have here is null. So we have checked down to see that that's what it is. So I don't want to bring null here. So if you right click on this, you will be able to delete it. So I can say remove. You can see it has taken that column 19 away. Now I want us to take a look at this place. Every step you take in Power BI, every step you take is recorded here, where we have the applied step. So assuming you made a mistake and no, I'm not supposed to take out that column. Don't worry. So you just come back here and click on this X sign, and you'll see it will bring back that what you have taken away or what you have deleted. So if we check back, we're going to see that's null there. So here you have your applied step. If you make 20, 30 steps on that data set during your cleaning, all those steps will be here. So you can come and remove any error you think is there. So we'll take this out. Do we understand that? So we have made a connection with our data set. Once you have made a connection, assuming we're not going to clean this data now because that's actually another topic for next week. Once you are done, okay, assuming I've cleaned up this data, this is exactly what I want to bring in to work with. Look at under your file here, you have close and apply. So you come here, you click close and apply. So this Power Query Editor is the kitchen of Power BI. It's where we do the cleaning, of our dirty data and just bring in what we want. So all your data sets, most times, the ideal practice is to bring it here and do that cleaning. So once you are done here, please click on this close and apply, and Power BI will, the Query Editor will bring it in. It will load that data in for you. So it's bringing in our sales data. So it's making a connection with it. It has made a connection, and
Please, can you show us how you got to the Power Query editor? I missed that step.
Once you click that transform button, once you click,
okay,
you have made a connection. Once you click the transform button, it takes the data,
right.
yes, into the Power Query editor. And once you are done with your cleaning and you click your close and apply, it brings it back into Power BI engine for you to work with. So this is the sales data that we have cleaned. If you this pane is called the field. So this gives you everything that is under there. Under our sale, we have the brand name, channel, and all that. So you have them lined up here, and you can also hide them this way because you can have so many data sets. And on this place also, let's quickly bring in. I dropped I think it's a text CSV file on our channel.
Hello, excuse me, please.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. You know the place where you remove the null the column. So if I uncheck that, it removes the whole column.
Yes, I actually remove because the whole column is null. So if you right click and click remove, it will take off that column entirely.
I mean, the whole of the data, it removes everything.
You must have clicked. Did you just click? You must check that column and click remove. Ensure that you must have clicked more than one other, except you have clicked and remove other columns. Now let me try and bring this country text, a CSV file, and show us. Please just pay attention. Maybe you will catch up and see what we're doing. Now, so this is a text CSV, just a file. I said the best practice is to transform that data. So it's just one. I click transform. Once you click that button, it brings you to the query editor. Now, this is look at column 1, column 2. Now, when you're looking at, when you are in this place where we call the kitchen of the Power BI, what is column 1? What is column 2? But look underneath it, you are going to see country, you are going to see code, and you are going to see country. So that tells me that, this code should be the title. So you could have your data sets this way. After today, please, let's take time to study what the icons we have here. If you look up here, you will be seeing remove rows. So column 1, column 2 does not make sense. You must ensure that you bring the data set you're bringing can make sense to what your to your work. So column 1, column 2 for me does not make sense. I'm going to take them off. So if I click here, I can say, probably I look at what we have here, remove top rows, remove bottom rows, alternate rows. So it's actually the top rows I want to take away. So I'll just say remove top rows. And once you click that, it's asking me a question. What are the numbers of rows you want to take out of this? So sometimes you can have 4 rows that you want to take. You click 4, but for this it's just 1. So I'm going to impute 1 here and click OK. And just see the beautiful aspect of Power BI. So it will take out that column 1. Sorry. So here, let's take that process again. Sorry, it's acting up a bit code.
Okay.
So we'll take it off. Hold on, please. Just take off top rows. 1. And it will take out that. So if it's what they call it, If it's the entire row, if it's this column column 1 that you want to take away, AL, Swiftly Speak of Albana. So I don't want this code. This is what we're talking about. The person that actually asked the question. Sorry. If you click remove other rows, it's a different thing altogether. What you are supposed to click is remove. If you click remove, it will take out that row. I don't know who asked that question. You must have clicked remove other rows. So I've removed it. So all you need to do, check just the one you want and ensure that's what you want to take away. So we have made a connection with what do you call it? A text CSV file. Once you are done with your cleaning, what you are supposed to do, don't forget, is to come here and click close and apply. Once you click close and apply and say apply changes, it's quickly going to make a connection with that and bring in that data set. So you could see over here, this place shows you your field. We brought in sales, we have brought in country. We'll just bring in one more data and before we look down to what we have on our slides. Now take a look at this place, please. We have talked about in Power Query, whatever you're doing on this other side, your applied steps are there and you can take them away. So we're now back into the Power BI desktop. Look at this. We have reports here. We have data and we have model. Let's quickly go to our slides. Now, Power BI desktop include 3 views. I've showed you reports, I've showed you data, and I've showed you relationships. Now, this function will help us, to visualize, build our visualizations and access our data quickly. These 3 functions, you must be conversant with it, your reports, your data, and your relationship, because you'll be going frequently to that place to make your reports. Let's quickly look at what exactly do we mean by the reports view. Now the reports view is on the top, like I've showed you on the Power BI. It is the default view. It is used to create visuals. Once we have, once your data set is in, you are able to create the visuals that you want. This is your reports view. So once you click on it, this is where you build your visualization from the reports that you have. So you could, this is just where you build your visualization. This is the report. If you want to build a reports view, you just come and assuming we have channels. So we're asking question exactly how many channels do we have in the report? It's actually showing you, and you could build whatever visualization you want from it, but that's not where we are going today. So this is your reports view. It's actually the first view, the topmost that we have on our right hand, on my left hand side of your report. Now the report view starts with a blank square. We have seen that blank square on the left side, along with a list of tools and functions. This space is where you build your visualization, like I've talked about. So you can build your graphs, your pie charts, your line chart. I'm going to show you a little report that I've done with that sales, with that textilers report that we have. So this is that report. But from that report, I've been able to build all of this from that report. So we have here, we're going to come to it as we go along in the class. So it's showing us channels like we have seen there. We have 4 channels. I've done that here. This is just your report view where you build in your report. So let's quickly look at the report view. Again, has other features. For example, you can copy and paste. Assuming I built, this is my reports view, like I've built here. So this report, I can copy it and paste it another page. You can copy your report view and paste on another page. So it is actually possible. So where is this report? So just, you can copy here and come here and also paste it. So that's what we do. So where is my paste icon? Did you copy? Copy visual, yeah. So you come to this page and you can paste your icon. Wow, I don't know what's happening. Okay. So you can copy your report view and paste it. Any visual that you are working with. Remember the second one we talked about here is your data. Now that report that we have worked on, or that data set is here. So if you click back on this second icon, the data view, it takes you back to that data. So take a look, assuming you're working and maybe you notice something that's not supposed to be, or you have a question, you can come back on your data and take another look at your data set. If there's something you have omitted, you will go through that process again. The third view we're going to look at is our model view. On this place, we have reports, your data view, and your model view. Now, from your report, it builds a model. So this place, you'll be able to do your connections rightly. So that's a topic for another day. But today, what we're looking at is the three parts: the data view, the model view, and the report view.
So, sorry, you said initially report, data, and relationship. Is it talking about the same thing, the model?
Yeah, the model talks about the relationship.
Same as relationship.
Yeah. The model talks about your relationship. So this is your data view. The data view is the option in the middle. Once you are taking time to model your data, you can see it on your data view. So instead of showing you visuals like the ones you created, data view lays it out piece by piece. I just showed you data view. So it helps you to gain further insight into your data. And the third one is the relationship or the model view. This is the third one. So it's the relationship view is also called the model view. It allows you to see the relationship between your data models. So, on the screen, you see the models that you can create for your report on a single page. So there are a lot of things we can do when we get to that relationship or the model.
Hello, Gloria.
Gloria, we can't hear you. I think you muted mic.
Yeah, your mic is muted, actually.
Glow.
Yeah, I think maybe her internet is muted. Gloria, are you there?
Sorry, I don't know. I mistakenly.
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking any question. Please, where did I stop? So sorry. Before.
Yeah, what's your storage mode? You can go on that.
Okay. Now, storage mode in Power BI table is determining where your data table is stored. And how query will be sent to the data source. Now, when we, when we're connecting with our data, you can find storage mode on the table either by hovering on the mouse on it in Power BI, desktop. Now, your storage mode, there are two types of storage mode, actually three, but for the purpose of this class, we would stick to two. the first mode is to import the data. What it simply means, get the data to sit, the memory to sit on your Power BI server. You know, that machine runs on your Power BI engine. So you make query there. But not all data sets, you know, sometimes we make connections to data that are maybe on a website. Are you getting it? Now, it's not as if you cannot import that data into your website, but there are limitations, you know, to such data. You know, it takes a lot of time. You can actually make, and if you import such data, assuming like the COVID data, you know that every day they actually update the reports. So, you know, there is something we call like a refresh that goes on the data, or like the bank report. You know, at the beginning, sometimes you make post, you pay money into the bank and it has not reflected into your account. So it's taking it. So when there's a refresh, that money goes in. Now, if you go and take that data, import that whole data set into your, what happens when a refresh is done? So that's a mode of connection. So you can, a storage mode is, one of the storage mode is to import the data. You know, when you refresh your visualization in Power BI, you know, it will query the memory structure. If it's a data maybe that is sitting on the web, but unlike the data sets that we have, like the Textiler cohort 3 that we have imported that data set and it's sitting on a local computer. So one of the storage mode is to import your data set. Then the other one is to make a direct query. To make a direct query means that the table with the direct query storage mode will keep the data source, but you will just make a connection. It's sometimes called, you know, you connect live with that data. So when a refresh is done and you have made a connection with it, when you go back there and you refresh your data, you will see that. And if you have visualization from table with this kind of storage mode, Power BI will send, you know, like a query to that, and it will refresh it, so you get the results back on it. So you can make a direct query on it. The third one we're not going to look at that. There is a dual connection, but that's not for our class. We're just trying to get into Power BI. So we'll stick with imports and making a direct query to a data set. I'm going to connect with a data set, an SQL data set. SQL is a structured SQL language. What am I saying? SQL structured language. So it's just a structured data set.
Yes, structured query language.
Structured query language. Yes, structured query language. This is where we are. So I'm going to hide this. I want to make a connection with, show us how to make a connection with like an SQL on a database. So this is SQL database. So I'm going to click connect and click connect. In this, you must have your parameters right, as in the name. If you make a mistake, it will not take you there. So this is, sorry, I'm trying to. So I don't want to import this data set. You must get the server name right. I'm trying to speak to a server now. So it's going to make a connection. If you don't have the right parameters, it will not connect with that data set. So these are the data sets that I have on my SQL server. So you pick whichever one you want. If I pick this is the navigation pane that gives a preview of what you intend to bring in. Now, this is what I was talking about. Now, I want to work with the AdventureWork 2019, but look at all that I have on this AdventureWork. So I have to actually look at it. What exactly am I trying to bring in? Which particular file do I intend to work with, and bring only that file in. So look at the preview. Is this exactly what you want? If it is, then go ahead and make a connection with that data set. So if that's not what you want, you take it off and just, but most times if you're working in an organization, they will tell you, they will give you what to bring in or what to work with. They'll just give you the file name. So this is not what, you just go ahead and check and just do this work here. It's better to spend time here in the kitchen, this navigation pane, and just bring in what exactly that you will be needing. So I'll just pick one here and just the same way, and we'll just take it in. So you click on transform and it just quickly take you to your query editor where you do your, this. Now look at this, because this is a data set, it's telling me that this preview may be up to 123 days old. So I need to actually click refresh so that it will refresh itself. That's what we're talking about. Remember, I'm making a connection, a direct query. I'm not importing this data to sit on my local computer. So you just do the same thing. Check the data set. Is it what you want to bring in? Check the rows and all that. So if it's exactly what you want, just bring it in. If you find inconsistencies with it, and let's look at this address line 2. What do we have? We have
1 minute. 1 minute, Gloria. Lola has
ahead.
her hands up. Lola, you have a question?
Yes,
Lola,
thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Thank you, Gloria. So I have 2 questions. The first one is, there are times when, a user may say, okay, I want a particular report, and you notice that those 2 reports are not on the same table. So you need to join the table. In this case, if you want to now present the reports in Power BI, here you only selected 1 table. And if you select those 2 tables, it might not be the results that you want. Normally, when you're joining, you just need some columns from this table to this table and you join. So can Power BI help you in that situation? That's the first question. Then the second question is, does Power BI work with Oracle database as well? Thank you.
Okay, I'll start from the second one. Yes, Power BI can work with Oracle and database. So we'll go back and check it. You'll definitely see Oracle. Then Power BI can work with 2 or more tables or data sets. Now there's something we call append and there's something we call merge. So what it means, I need to work with a data set, but the data that I need to work with, part of it is on this file and part of it is on this other file. So you can bring those 2 files together and merge them to become one, so that it's, of course, so that you'll be able to work with it. So Power BI can do that. So we have append and we have merge. So there are ways we do this in Power BI, but today we'll just be looking at this. As we progress, we will be able to look at how to combine 2 or more data sets, or or 2 or more tables into one. Did that answer your question, Lola?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we're now in the Power Query Editor. If you find out that this is all that you want, remember to come here and click Close and Apply. When you click Close and Apply, it will now load your data into your Power BI engine for you to start up your visualization and for you to create your report and build your visuals. So you could see that we have brought in the last, we could also get a data set from the web. Let's try and get a data set from the web. If you're going to use the web is here too. If you want to go the longer route, fine. web is under others. So this is the web. Lola, you asked for if we can use, what's the name of the
Oracle.
Oracle. So let's check where we can get, you can just search here, Oracle.
Under database.
Yeah.
You should click on database.
Oracle database. Have you seen it, Lola?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
So all you just need is to just create a connection. So it tells you that this Oracle is here on the database, and that's where you're going to make your connection with. So we will click what we want to get. We want to get a data set from the web. So web is here. So Power BI will be asking you a question. Just give me the URL from that web you intend to work with. I have my, yeah. So just once you supply that URL, Power BI will make connections. It's actually a beautiful tool to work with. So my Power BI is making a connection with the data set on the web and is bringing it in. Just a few minutes or a few seconds, it will. I hope I got this URL correct. If your URL is not correct, it's going to question it. So let's just believe that it is correct. If not, we'll go back to get it. Wow. No, this is not my internet. I should just switch. Okay. So this is it. So right away, we'll check, is that what we want? Just bring in the table that you intend to work with, and that's all you'll be able to start working. I'll just bring in table 2. Okay, this is a data set from the web. So I'm going to click transform. Once we click transform, so it takes us to our query editor where we do the cleaning. Okay, rank, title, gross, and all that. There are a lot of cleanings we will do on our data set. That's actually the topic for next week, because we'll be looking at our data types and what data types are. You must be able to give the right data type, or else your reports will be incorrect. So but today what we want to do is to establish connection with our data set. So this is what we have. Just close and apply, and it takes it to the engine. And we can start our work. So whatever data set you're using in your office, just look for it. Power BI can make a connection with it. So you can see that table 2. And everything is there. So we can, from here, we can start building our reports. So I've looked at that Power Query. Where we are, that I call the kitchen, is where we do just like what you have on your Excel, your ETL, where we do our extract, we transform, and we load our data for us to start working with. So the query editor allows you to extract data from different sources, manipulate those the specified data into a form that matches your need before you load it into the query, before you load it into your Power BI. We'll take questions. We still have time. Play around, we'll be able to load in some other data sets. So please, let's take questions. Are we here? Am I muted?
No, you're loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Everybody has gone quiet on me. So let's take questions so that we still have time to go through what we have done in the class. Any challenge? My first question, if you don't ask questions, I would ask you to come up with all your questions.
Okay, I don't have a question, but for the file that you uploaded, the country text CSV file, we don't have that.
It's on the channel. I actually uploaded it this afternoon, so we could go there.
Okay, I'll check it there.
Yeah. Any other question? Now we talked about our storage mode. If you look at where my cursor is, I said when you place your mouse over there and you hover around it, it actually shows you. Look at the country. It's actually showing me the storage mode is import. I imported this. Are you seeing this? Can we see it? Sorry.
Yes,
showing me
yes, you can see it.
Yes.
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 If it's a direct query that I have done, look at the SQL file that I brought. Look at the storage mode. It's telling me that you did not bring in this, or you only made a direct query. That's it, like a live connection to that data set. So when I log into this data set again, it's going to ask me to refresh. Probably the organization had done some other works, and there's a refresh that has gone on, so that I will have the right data sets to work with. So Power BI data set. So when you build a visual like this and you come back and you have uploaded this data online, by the time you come the following day and it's going to require you, they've done a refresh, you will see it, your visual will refresh. If you have maybe on your card 30 people, maybe 30 people died of COVID last night, and by today, but as when I prepared my report, it was 30, but this morning they had gone to maybe 45. So it's going to refresh itself for you to see that increase. So this is what we're talking about, your storage mode. You can see this table too. It also talks about that I imported this data set. Now somebody should help me define what do we mean by data source. What is a data source? Where's my team so I can be calling out names?
I think that's where you pull out your, that's the original data that you collated that you wanted to work on.
That's your original
data. The data that you collated that you want to work on.
No. Any other person?
Probably.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think. No, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it should be the source where you got the data that you're working on.
Yes, it should be the source. Your data source is where you got the data. Is it an Excel? Is it a flat file? Is it a database, like from Access? Is it on the Power Platform? Those things. So that is your data source. We should not confuse your data source with our data sets. Your data set is the data that you're working with, the data that I'm trying to make connection, like we have made a connection with country. Country here is a data set. Sales here is a data set. The sales team and the table two, they are all data sets. Sorry, was somebody saying something?
Can you mute yourself can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? Rachel Irabo, you have your hands up. You have a question.
Okay, good evening, everyone. And please, I wanted to ask, is it possible collecting data from more than one data source on a to give an insight on?
Yes. Is it possible to collect data sets from more than one source?
From more than one source, yes.
Yes. The data sets we have here that were brought in here, this is a text CSV. This is a text file, the country. That's a source. Here we have this sales data that we brought in. That's an Excel, this sales T address that we brought in. It's from SQL. So you can make connection with different sources to get what you want to work with. Did I answer the question, Rachel?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Actually, I've been looking out to see who this Rachel. Rachel that is active on the WhatsApp platform.
Mona, class captain.
Our class captain, Abi. Thumbs up for you, Rachel. Okay, questions, please. What are the three parts to the Power BI desktop? We talk about the three parts. That has to do with view. I've just given the insights.
Hello. You talked about the data view.
Okay.
Good evening. You talked about the relationship view, the data view, and I can't remember the last one.
Wow. Okay. Data view, relationship view. Who can help us with the last one?
Okay. We have a report.
We have the report view. Beautiful. Okay. On our. Okay. You are asking the question.
I'm asking a question. I'm trying to answer it. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have reports view, data view, and the model view. Which view do we have at the, this is my left, the first, the topmost view? What do we have there? I don't want to put my cursor there.
That's the report view.
That's the report view.
Okay, great. So what do we do? What do we do with the reports view? Who has not spoken? The person should spark. Peter, I'm saying Peter Clay. Peter, are you here?
The report view, it helps in creating the visual reports based on the data that is being put on the Power BI, based on the imported data. So the report view gives you the visual reports. It's yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's it. Great. So this is Chidima. So the report view is where we build our report. So what of the data view? What do we have on the data view? Peter, where are thou?
I came in very late, so I'm trying to catch up with the class. Please forgive me.
No problem.
I was going to ask whether Peter is Simon Peter, the same Simon Peter in the Bible.
No, it's Peter the Rock.
Peter the Rock. On this rock, we build our Power BI, Abi. We're building this Power BI. Okay.
Ma'am, can I answer that? The data.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ahead. Who is speaking or who is sparking? Let's hear you. Please, Fumilayo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
I think the data view is where the data is being inspected and explored.
Take that again, sorry, excited.
I said the data view, to my own understanding of what you said, is where the data is being, where you can like inspect the data, explore the data, just understand the data that you've imported.
Okay, beautiful. So that's where your data is sitting. So if you're actually doing your work and you find out you notice something, you can actually go back. The fact that you have imported your data and you have started building maybe your visuals and you notice that there is a mistake, the data view, once you click on it, you can actually go back to that what we call where we could do a transformation. Who can help us? What exactly do we do on the model view? What do we do on the model view? The model view is also known as what? There's another name for the model view.
Good evening.
Has to be the relationship
That's
view.
relationship view.
Yeah, that's relationship. So you can build your relationship on the model view. Chidima, you were saying something.
Yes, the relationship view, does it, like, I don't know, looking at, I didn't get the explanation, but looking at it, does it relate with the data view and the data view and the report view? Then does it connect and give the relationship between the report and the data?
Yes, it does. When you bring in those reports, as you know, somebody asked the question, maybe like, let me take my sales team now. I just brought in the sales data, but I need to know which location is actually making the highest profit. But on my sales data, I don't have that location. And I brought in location from another, maybe another report, or it could also be on that same report. I can connect both of them together so that when I'm building my visual, when you do your modeling, it actually helps you to build your visualizations. It helps you to build your visuals. If you don't get the modeling correctly, you may have a challenge while building your visuals. But we'll take time when we get there on modeling to show us how we could connect this together. You know, sometimes your report may just be a single report, so you may not actually do lots of modeling. But once you have so many reports, you will be expected to create models for them so that your visuals will, you'll be able to do your visuals correctly. Did I answer the question, Chidima? I muted?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so we would go to, what are the 3 elements of Power BI? Or the 3 offerings, you know, Power BI is divided into 3. Can somebody help us to know those 3 elements?
Power BI desktop, the Power BI service, the Power BI mobile.
Okay, beautiful. So we have the Power BI desktop, we have the Power BI service, and we have the Power BI.
Okay, Chidima, can somebody else answer the next, because Chidima is taking all the questions. Let's call names. Yeah, we'll call names. So Chidima won't answer all the questions. Yeah.
Okay, good evening.
Okay. Good evening.
We have the Power BI desktop, which is an example of what we're using right now. Then we have the...
Okay, this is Lara.
Yes. Then we have the Power BI service, which we use maybe in an enterprise, and then you can use it to share data with your colleagues or friends once you are connected on the platform. Then we have the Power BI mobile apps. So if you probably prepare reports and send it to your supervisor, a person can view it on the mobile app.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So any other question?
Gloria.
Yeah.
Gloria.
I can hear you.
I think you said that Franca should give this person award. Maybe like, 10,000 naira.
Abi.
Is it Chidima?
No, Lara, where are you?
Where are you?
Lara, where are you?
Okay, the last person.
I can bring the money to you.
Chioma is Franca to give her, yeah? Okay.
Lara, are you in Lagos? Are you in Nigeria or outside the country? Where are you?
Oh, so the money can be sent to you.
You are in Nigeria?
Yes.
That's your location. Chioma will send the money to you.
No, don't worry. Let's change it for knowledge.
Huh?
I'll exchange it for knowledge. It's fine.
You exchange it for knowledge. Wow,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's what you're getting here. Yeah, that's good. Yes.
So please let's ask our questions. Okay, what is also known as I said something. I said I usually we call it the kitchen of Power BI. So what's that? Can somebody?
Okay. Let me.
That's the Power Query editor.
That's the Power Query editor. Why do you think we need to clean our data?
Sorry, who answered that? Lara again. That was Lara.
No, there was a guy I was trying to answer first. I think Peter, but his voice was cracking. I don't want to take the glory away from that person.
From Peter. Peter, you are too much. Okay, we'll call names. When I ask the question, Franca will call out a name and somebody will answer the question. So why do you think we need to clean our data? So Franca, who are you calling?
Ade Shagun. Can you take that? We haven't heard your voice. Shagun. Olawale.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Well, one of the reasons why we need to clean our data is because when you are reporting it, you don't want distorted data. And, you need to clean it before start reporting, unless you give an inaccurate reporting.
Wow, that's beautiful. Please, all these people, just be DM your this thing to Choma. Choma is our this thing. He will send the appropriate gift.
I said Franca, not Choma.
Okay, that's true. Frank should
We've
send this
nominated
gift to
Choma.
Adeshegun.
No, we've nominated Choma. She can even send pounds to them.
What is the ideal practice when we're bringing in our data? What is the ideal practice when you're making a connection with your data?
Okay, we'll take any tone. You want to take that? Chidima, can you mute yourself, please? Anytime, we are waiting for you. Anna, you want to take that?
Yes, let me try. I think you said we should transform the data first.
Beautiful. So why do we have to transform the data? Who else is answering? Why?
For it to
Is it there? Okay, you've taken the first part, so isn't that you want to take the second part? Allow you.
I think so. It's in
transform the
same format.
Why do you transform the data? Yeah. What do you do in the kitchen?
You clean up in the.
Sorry.
So when you're. Hello.
Yeah, go on. We can hear you. Isn't there? We can hear you. Go on.
Go ahead. She talking?
I am.
Isn't there? You there? Yeah,
I'm talking.
On. Yeah, go on.
I say you clean up in the kitchen, and when you're done, you transform. So.
Now, when you are done, no, you clean up. I think you're mixing it up. The first thing is that you transform. When you are done, there's a button that you need to hit. When you are done cleaning your data, what next should I do?
Okay.
There's an icon
I think your question was. Okay, no, your question was, why do you need to transform? So she was answering that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So when I finish transformation, when I'm finished with my cleaning, I need to look for an icon on my Power BI. What icon am I looking for to bring that data into the Power BI desktop? Franca, who are you calling?
You want to take that? Allow you want to take that?
That's GAFA.
I guess we transform.
After transforming, what do you do? After transforming, what do you do?
I think we import and into from the data.
Okay, no. We don't call it import. Hadiza, you want to help
out? It's not imports. I need that exact term.
Hadiza, you want to help out, Hadiza? Ife?
Ife has spoken. Let's hear Kanayo.
Okay, Kanayo. Yes, Kanayo. What do you do after transforming your data? Kanayo, are you there? Kimberly.
I'm just joining. So what are you saying?
Yes, I think you close that import.
Transforming your data, what do you do? After transforming your data, after cleaning your data, what do you do? Kimberly, you want to help out?
Is it? I think it's close and import. I don't know if that's correct.
No.
Yeah, close and apply.
Apply.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
close and
you
apply.
load the data. I think you wanted the loading. Okay. Okay, go
So
on.
once you're done cleaning your data sets and you're sure you like what you see, the next thing for you to do is to close and apply.
Okay, that saves it. Yeah,
so
that
that
would save
saves it
your
and bring in your data into your Power BI desktop for you to start your visualization. Okay, do we have any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. It's speaking.
Okay, maybe I didn't get that part. So once I'm done cleaning the data and then I've imported another data, how do I open a previous document or a previous data set that I have worked on? How do I import or open a previous data set that I have cleaned up?
All your data sets. Look at this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Am I still sharing? Yeah. So this is my country data sets. You know, all these data sets here now, we have imported them and we have closed and applied, and they are all here on our Power BI desktop. Now, if you are on country and you come here, I should be seeing my country data sets. Did you see that?
Yes.
This is your question. So if I leave the country and maybe I come to sales and I come and I say, just give me the data set for sales. It should bring, I'm going to uncheck this and put sales. Sorry. Still showing country. So all your data sets, they are just here. So you can see your data sets from here. What's happening? But your data sets, they are just here.
Yes, I was trying to edit that sales again, but I couldn't open it. That was the challenge.
Okay, you're trying to edit this field again.
Yes. The one for under sales data set.
You're trying to go back.
What you do, you transform it to bring it back to Power Query. Can you click on your home, Gloria? Can you click on home?
I'm coming, just a sec. You right click on it and sorry, my system is.
Okay, it's a bit slow. Yeah, the internet's a bit slow. Yeah. Okay, when you click on home, can you see transform? Who asked that question?
It's Lara. Yes, we can see it. I can see transform.
Lara.
Yeah,
can you see transform? Yeah, once you click on transform, it will bring it back to Power Query and you can do all your cleaning there. Yeah. Okay, Lara.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, you're welcome.
Sorry,
so transform will bring you back to Power Query. Yes, go on. Who's this? Yeah, go on. You have a question?
Yeah, I'm trying to same question the other lady asked. I didn't see. I didn't. Where did you get the transform from? I know because I was thinking that after the class I have to like do the whole thing on my own name, and I don't know how to like go over it.
We'll take it again.
Okay.
This is where we are. So if you want to go back, this is your Power BI desktop, and you need to work on your data. You click on transform, it's going to take you back.
Okay.
When you hit the home button, on the home button, you see transform, and if you click transform, it takes you back to the query editor for you to do any other cleaning that you intend to do. Is that clear?
Okay, ma'am.
So we're done with today's class. If you have questions, you can also put it on the maybe the WhatsApp, on our channel, and our powerful ladies will answer those questions for us. If you have any challenge, please put it up there and we would answer.
Okay. Okay, Gloria, since you're sharing your screen, can you show them, some of them don't know where the channel is. Can you point to the channel and show them the file, the data set that you dropped? Because some couldn't get there.
All of us were here.
Gloria, did you?
Okay. No, go ahead.
Gloria.
I can hear you. I'm trying to do what you asked.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
While Gloria is going to the channel, I want to just let us know some announcements. There was an email that we sent out this morning. I want to believe that most of us received it. If you received an email from us this morning, can you signify by show of hands? This morning. Show of hands, okay. I can see a few hands. If I see 5 hands, I'm fine. So 5 hands, perfecto. You can put down your hand.
5 hands. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So in that email, I remember saying that because we know that this is like, we have tried to make this convenient for everybody, Saturday evening, 90 minutes or 1 hour. We want people to come to the class, especially because our mentors are sacrificing their time to do this for free. And it's not nice if the mentors come to class and the people are not coming just because you know that you can get the video later. So what we have said is that only people that attend all of the classes and do all the assignments and the projects will receive a certificate of completion at the end of this course. This course is going to last only 5 weeks, just 5 Saturdays. So I'm not sure that's too much. So to the project, so what we have done is we have one file that we are using for the classwork. That's all these things that we are doing in class. And then one file that you're going to use for your project. And what we have done is I have uploaded the project files also in this file. Gloria, please, can you click on the files? So if you go to the file, okay, I think the network, there's a lag, fantastic. If you go to the file, you can see, can you refresh? There's supposed to be 2 other files. Thank you. So there's 2 different files. The one is Power BI Cohort 3 projects. That one's an Excel file. The second one is Power BI Cohort 3 project 2. That one is a CSV. And that's because, like today, we've learned how to import different data types. So I want to give you flexibility to use whichever of the files that you want. Now, what this means is that you have to download these files today or before next class. And why we are giving you these files at the beginning of the class is just so that you can start doing it on time. And if you want, you can just do the parts that we have done today. But now you're not using the classwork file. You're not using the sales file, which is the classwork file. You're going to use any of these 2 files. So today you do the import part. Next week when we do cleaning and whatever, you do that part. Next week when we do, or the 3rd week. So as we're progressing in the class, you'll be doing your projects so that by the time we finish the class, your projects will be ready for submission. There'll be random assignments that we would also give along the way. And we're looking at these things. We're looking at how people are paying attention. And by the way, I must say that I'm impressed with today's class. The response, the participation is fantastic. Please, let's continue like this. Let it not just be initial gra-gra. So those are the files for your project. You need to use just one, but I'm giving us the liberty to select any of the files that you like. So you can start working on your project now. The video will be up on YouTube as soon as we finish, so that you can also go through it while you're doing your homework. Like Gloria has said, at any time you have a question, the chat box on the channel is always open. Come and put your questions there. You can mention any of us, the mentors, so that they would see the thing on time and reply you. So please start working on your project so that by the time we're done with the classes, your project will also be ready for submission. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Please, I have a question.
Shoot.
So the portion that you said we should do today, is it stated on the channel? So the assignment will be placed on the channel or the WhatsApp group each time we have an assignment?
So there's a file there's a file that you download. Yes. Now, the idea of the project is that everything that we do in class, from get data to clean and visualize and everything, you do it with that data set. Now we have a data set that we're going to be using in the class, but when we're giving you another data set that you are going to use for your project. So what I'm saying is there's no question. It's just today now we have done import data. Your homework for today is to go and import that data set into your Power BI desktop. Next week, we'll do something else. We'll do clean. After then, your homework for that day will be to go and clean that data. So the idea is just go and practice what we did today using that data set. Am I making sense now?
Yes, thank you.
Yep. As we go along, you understand better. But we're just giving you early so that you can do it bit by bit so that you don't get overwhelmed.
Peter and Chidima, you have your hands up. You have questions? Or you forgot to put your hands down? Peter, Chidima.
I forgot to put my hand up.
Okay.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay, Rachel, you just put your hand up. Rachel? You have a question, Rachel?
Hello, sorry, Tuesday. I want to ask, are we submitting the assignment before the next class?
Are you submitting the assignment before the next class?
It's a project.
No, it's for you.
Yes,
it's
when
for you
we
to
finish.
Oh.
When we finish.
Okay.
When we finish the whole session, you would have also finished your project. Then you submit it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So the part you have to do today is just what we have done in class today. Just practice what we have done in class today using that file. So you are not submitting now.
Good evening.
Any other question?
Yes, I have a question. So my
Okay, go
question
on.
is, the WhatsApp group, you talked about a WhatsApp group. Is there a different WhatsApp group for the Power BI class, or is the same one, the general one for the textilers cohort? Because I noticed for the textilers WhatsApp group, we are not allowed to chat. Only admins are allowed to chat.
So yes, we usually regulate it at times when we want to make announcements and we don't want other distractions. But usually we'll open it again or we'll close it. But I usually advise that if you have a message or something that is specific to Power BI, it's easier if you put it on the channel and not on the WhatsApp chat. Because the WhatsApp chat is everybody, but the channel is peculiar to us, Power BI. I don't know if you get me.
Yes, I do. No, because I heard WhatsApp chat, so I thought there was a different one for
No, it's
Power
the same
BI group. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Welcome. Any more questions? Madam Gloria, is this show off?
Huh?
Is that show off?
No.
No. Show off.
Anyways, I think we can round up with another question.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, quick question.
Yeah, go on.
Are you going to remove the files or documents that is uploaded on the channel in case I don't get like download them on time, this one thing or the other?
It'll be there.
Okay, thank you.
So any other question? Okay, there are no other questions. We'll call it a night. And you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you next Saturday, 6 p.m. And please practice. Yeah, practice. Okay, good night, everyone.
Okay.
I'll see you next
Good
Saturday.
night.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.
For hanging out.
Yes. You're welcome.